That was strange. Good. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Dalek 451, the new Dalek Emperor, and like the title said, I felt. I have just been. I spent just over an hour on Potato Revan's live stream. Yeah, talking about the latest episode of the Orville, and I felt, quite honestly, I felt like a fish, like I was the odd one out. I felt like my voice wasn't really being heard because everyone else was talking. Everyone was praising this episode to no end. Well, maybe not to no end, but they were praising it, and I thought, and like I've been trying to say, like I tried to say in that stream, I hated this episode. I thought it was absolute garbage. It was the pacing was all over the place. Right? There were too many plot threads in there at once. The whole thing with those Janice, I don't care, those stone-faced femme bitches. Because that's what they were, stone-faced femme bitches. I hate that. Was just fucking awful. And look, seeing Ed and Gordon reduced to fucking pack. They were reduced to fools, reduced to, well, fucking pack mules. Frankly, that left me so angry. Seeing that, so angry. Well, I just had to. Well, anyway, like I was saying, I had to get away. I had to get away from Revan. I had to get away from all the those other guys because I wanted to properly get my thoughts out there. And what was I gonna do? Well, the only way I could do that was start my own stream and talk about it here by myself. Well, you got me, Captain, eventually. Stone-faced femme bitch. It sounds like a good bunch of my ex-girlfriends. That's a good way of putting it, Captain. Oh no. And of course, I'm having problems with. I just started this stream. I'm already having problems with StreamYard. It keeps seizing up. It keeps glitching. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. It worked fine while I was a guest with Revan, but here doing my own broadcast, it's just not really work. It's not properly working. I mean, anyone out there? What? It's doing it again. Maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's because I had the YouTube stream running at the same time as this. Maybe that was the problem. Murphy's Law. Yeah, you could put it that. That's a good way of putting it, Jill. Now you may have noticed I've not put the StreamYard link in the chat. At least not like I usually do. At least not yet, because at the moment I don't want to. I don't. This is my. I just want the chance to speak before I let anyone else on. So don't worry. I'm not gonna leave all of you, my viewers. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I will let you in. I'm just not quite yet. I just want to get a few things off my chest before I do. And I'd rather be able to do that with no one else interrupting me. Right. So what was I? Oh yeah. This episode of the Orville was for me just. It went from it went from infuriating to snooze-inducingly boring and soap opera level cheesy near the end. That's okay, Jill. Thank you very much for at least showing up. And I very much appreciate it, Jill. Thank you. Okay. I mean, serious. I mean, I don't know about any of you, but the scene at the end between Jill and Isaac. I mean, that was so. For me, that was just. Everyone else that was on Revan's channel, they kept saying how beautiful and well acted that was. No, it was over the top. It was cheesy. It was over the top. It was just so eye-rollingly stupid. And of course it was completely wasted. It was completely wasted because Isaac didn't actually get to keep his emotions. Which I could see coming a mile away. It was, of course, they wouldn't let him keep his emotions. What else? And I've pretty much, and then things with the whole and of course the whole thing with the stone face bitches just went on and on and on. I just wanted that to end, and the whole thing. And then there was that whole banquet scene. That was just, was like, what the, it was like, yeah, these, they say, I mean, these women say they love their men. Well, why do they treat them like shit if they love them? If you love them so much, don't treat them like crap. Don't treat them like fucking objects to be passed along when you're fucking done with them. Because that's what that whole scene was, especially the whole bit with that one who literally just wanted to take Ed like he was a toy, like he was a commodity instead of a person. I was like, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. I just don't understand what I just do not understand what everyone saw in this episode. I don't. I am literally on the verge of giving up on this show, giving up on this season of this show. I'm on the verge of giving up because it's just not because I'm not getting what I want from this show at all. And I want, because I want action. I want a suspense. I want exploration of space. I want fun. I'm not getting any of that. And don't get me started on the whole thing with Lamar and what's her face, Kiali or whatever her name was. I can't even remember her name. She was that. She had nothing because, frankly, she was just a cheap sub. She was just a cheap substitute for Alara, and I fucking liked Alara. I really liked Alara. I was so disappointed when she left the show. I'm so grateful to both of you for saving me the misery of watching the Orville. Well, I'm glad I could be of service, Captain. And of course, and then there's, and then there's that, and then there was that, and then there's this scene. There was this one scene where all the males have to leave leave engineering because these femme bitches are coming in as part of their tour of the ship, and on the way out, which I totally agree with. Yet we hear Yaphet say, like, this is total shit, and I 100% agree with him. He's got that right. It is total shit. They shouldn't have to do this. It's beyond ridiculous. And all the women was like, and then we had this one female engineer, and she's like, "See you later, boys." I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You smug bitch!" Like, fuck you, smug. Ugh. That's another thing I hated. Another thing I hated about this episode: all the women. They were all so unbearably smug about the men about all the guys being treated like this. I mean, I get it was pretend, but come on, it's fucking degrading. I am so sick and tired of seeing in almost anything I want. I'm so sick and tired of men being portrayed as morons, men being degraded, men being put down. I'm so sick of it. And all the women are so can get away with anything with a smug bitch face smile. I'm so, get on. If I get one, seriously, if I get one more episode like this, one more, and it's just I'll just give. I think I've just had it with this show. I've had it because I'm only giving. If anyone follows me on Twitter, may have seen my last couple of tweets. So my complaining about this episode, and it's like, well, like I said there, Seth MacFarlane, you're on your last chance, buddy. Last chance. And hello to Pop Culture Curator. Thank you for popping in. Well, Pop, I've just spent the last few minutes just venting my frustration and disgust and an annoyance with how the Orville has been going. It's getting too much at this point. It's getting too much. If I could try, all right. I'll say this, everybody. If I could, if I could trust StreamYard, I would put a link in the chat. I would like so you could all come up and talk and come up and talk to me. But I don't know if I can trust StreamYard the way it's acting. Worried that like last time, if I have maybe I have some people up here, it might crash. It'll boot me out and crash again. Let's see. Again, my favorite episode of this season of the Orville so far has definitely been episode 2. I mean, for some reason, a lot of people hated that. Didn't seem to like that one very much. I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good episode. I mean, yes, it had its problems. There was a few issues with the writing. There was a few issues, maybe with like the ship being suddenly empty when the infection or virus or whatever it was started turning people into these creatures, which I think they looked fantastic. These creatures, they were horrific looking. They were full on horror movie stuff. At least that's my opinion. I don't know what anyone out there, any of you out there would think about that. All right, so I'm gonna. All right, you know what? I think maybe I've vented enough. I'm gonna invite my good Captain Courtney Spock. I'm going to invite you up. I'm going to invite you up here. I'm not going to put the link in the chat. I'm just going to send a link to you. All right, Cap. All right, Captain. I've sent you a link. I'm just want to do a little test here. See if I can trust StreamYard with a guest. So feel free to follow that. Feel free to come on up, Captain. So feel free to come on up. It should be a. So, pop. So, pop. So, pop culture. If you're still watching, what did you? Have you seen this week's episode of the Orville? What did you think? I mean, I think Jill, if you're still watching, which I don't know if you are, I can kind of guess how you feel. I bet you pretty much feel kind of the way I do about it, which you and I can definitely discuss more on your channel on Tuesday. I'll try and be there for that. You when I'll be there for that, Jill. Honestly, don't know what the problem is. It could be the internet here again, or it could be just be, or it might be a problem with my laptop that's causing it. I don't know. And you push the stop button after about 5 minutes. Haven't tried again yet. Well, I don't blame you, pop culture curator. I don't blame you at all. I was because I was. I only reached the 10. I only got to like the 10-minute mark of the episode before I was royally pissed off. I don't know how I kept going with it all the way to the end, especially when it just descended into pure cheesy soap opera territory. I don't know how I managed to keep going. I mean, by the way, here's on a happier note. On that same day, that Thursday, when this episode came out, this is at the same day. On that same day, a very happy event happened took place here at my here. It was my parents' wedding anniversary. Yeah. You know what my dad did something very sweet for my mom. He went into the loft in our house, and he got out um he got out this old box. He left it downstairs for mom to find as a surprise, and in that box was my mom's wedding dress. How sweet it and she actually, so she got to so after so many years of being in storage, she got the chance to see it again. She actually got to try it on again, which was, I mean, how sweet is that for my dad to do that for mum? Hmm. So despite my sour mood after watching the Orville, I was happy on that day for my parents, especially mom. Cat, Captain, are you still out there? Are you going to join me or not? I did send you the link, Captain. Uh, okay. The captain's either taking his time, or uh, or he can't make it, or something's up. Oh, speak of the devil.
Dalek.
Evening, Captain.
Evening, Dalek. How are you?
I almost thought you weren't going to join me then.
Well, I've got family here, so I'm
Oh,
multitasking. But because I love you so much, I came up as soon as I could.
my bad. Maybe I should have.
No, everything's good, Dalek. If I couldn't do it, I'm not one of these people that will do something and then make you feel guilty about it. If I couldn't do it, I wouldn't do it. No, look what the boys been doing. Check this out. Look at that diorama. They're all about the Minecraft these days, but I'm old-fashioned. I like stuff in the real world.
Yeah.
Look at those spots. This is Sparta.
That is impressive.
Bit of fun, eh?
Yeah, but definitely.
Something to do at the weekends, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what, Dalek. I'll tell you why that is. Because one thing I won't be doing at the weekends, watching the Orville. That's right. Tying it all in together. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because this season has just had very, very few proper highs for me. I thought the first two episodes were good, but after that it just but then episode 3 hit and it's just been a downhill.
Set in.
It's been a downhill slope since then. Yeah.
Downhill from here. They can't even. I can't get over the time travel, but that's the clue. If they can't get the temporal mechanics right, then they can't get anything right. Think, McFarlane. Think.
Think, McFarlane. Think. Exactly.
There you go. He can't. He hasn't thought it through. So and now look where we are. Nowhere good. That's where.
Yeah.
And what about these stone? What is it? Stone faced cold bitches.
I believe.
Sounds like my funeral. Am I right?
The words I said, it was stone faced femme bitches. Yeah.
Stone faced femme bitches. Yep, definitely. Yeah. So are they meant to be robot? Are they fembots? Is that it?
That's why I call them. Well, that's why I call them stone face because their faces are so always so stoic.
Well, if you think the term stone face cold bitch and human are mutually exclusive, then clearly you spend some more time on the dating scene. I think. Am I right?
I mean, it's like I was saying earlier. It feels like the only two emotions that female characters can ever get
Smugness, and the other one.
It's either righteous anger or over horrendous or complete smugness. Yeah,
complete smug, not just incomplete. Complete. No, your smugness is
complete smugness. Yeah,
contempt for the other gender. Oh, men, look at you. You're so pathetic.
And that's what it felt, and that's what it felt like the whole time when they were the whole thing with those with the femme bitches on board the ship and the women and the men, the women and the men changing roles and the male members of the crew having to forced out of engineering just to keep up appearances. I mean, that was pathetic. It was, and then there's this female engineer just got some "see you later, boys." Like fuck you, you smug bitch.
Yeah, it does beg the question: why are you still giving McFarlane a shot? Why are you still watching the Orville? Since it brings you clearly so much pain. Why do you put yourself through this, Dalek?
I don't. At this point, I really don't know because
I mean, wouldn't you much rather have a fun rewatch of the entirety of Blake 7? Have you even seen Blake 7?
No, I haven't.
You've never seen? You're a Blake 7 virgin.
I've never seen Blake Seven. No,
Oh, Dalek. Do you have access to Blake 7?
I I
Can you get it?
might I might do somewhere. I mean, is it? I
I
mean,
reckon
it's
with a
on.
DVD on eBay, but that's me. I mean, I do wish they'd re-release it on Blu-ray, but in the meanwhile, but
It's
I
on.
recommend. There you go. This is me because I know what it's like to get in a funk because you put your emotional states into a TV show. This you were supposed to be the new star. You were the chosen one, McFarlane. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
meme, isn't it? Someone needs to Kip Ellis and make that. You were the chosen one, McFarlane. You were going to pick up where you basically managed to do the impossible. You managed to get Dalek and friends on board, and Jill and pop culture, and convince us all that you are more Star Trek than Star Trek. You got turned down by Paramount, and we, the audience, gave you a mandate, a golden opportunity for space adventure, for fun, laughter. There's enough for everyone, like Club Tropicana, but with nacelles. You fucked it, McFarlane. Look what you've done to my Dalek. You've upset him. You, you. I tell you how the Orville is like Star Trek. It's a fucking great big disappointment. That's how it's like Star Trek. McFarlane, you're the new Klutzman. Are you Abrams? Are you Abrams? Are you Abrams in disguise? Are you Klutzman in disguise? Think, McFarlane. Think. You're upsetting Dalek, and we don't want that, do we, McFarlane?
I
No, we
wouldn't
do
say.
not, sir.
Well, I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as Kurtzman Trek, but it is bad,
Really? Why don't you tell me about
undeniably
this?
bad.
It's not far off.
It's
Well,
not
that's like
in
saying
terms
that
of.
Joe Starling wasn't quite as bad as Hitler. They're in the same ballpark. They're upsetting Dalek.
Uh, I suppose.
Well, you're far too
if you want
kind
to,
for a
if you
future
want, if you
galactic.
want to, if you want to put it like that, then yeah.
I do want to put it like that every day.
Man. Well, it's well. Look, when I first watched I watched the first two seasons of this show, and I generally love this show.
Mm-hmm.
So my hopes when the third season finally came along, my hopes were high for it.
High hopes, low expectations, positive thinking. Well, the middle bit would have been correct, eh, Dalek?
Mm.
Mm. Well, what did you tell me about the good things? What did you like about it before they fucked it up? What was good about it?
Well, I mean, I well well I liked the and the first I think my favorite season of the show was probably the first season because while the second season was definitely good, it had a few episodes which I didn't think were anything that special, but but
Was
but
for me? Go on.
the first season for me definitely felt like it definitely had the spirit of old Star Trek.
Okay.
And it because in the first season of the show they were they were exploring the galaxy. They were doing things which they would do on old Star Trek, and because and so that was so I def and the comedy added in didn't detract from that too much. So that was so so I quite. I mean, yes, a few of the jokes were a little were a little off putting, but most of them were good. Most of them made me laugh. Most of them were good, and the
Okay. Because the comedy, because Jill has pointed out, she pointed out on the clobby on the chat yesterday that the first two seasons were a comedy, where the third season, the Orville, is not a comedy. I don't know how official that is, but so there's a switch in genre. I mean, did they like announce
that's
officially this?
no, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say they officially said that it's not a comedy anymore,
But there was a
but I
change in tone. I mean, again, remember,
oh
I'm
yeah.
ignorant.
There's definitely a change in tone. It's not.
Right.
It's
Okay. So that's different. So because that goes back to like even the time travel. It's like we'll a lot of people will judge Star Trek more harshly than Back to the Future because as people keep saying, you know, fuck off, Cockney. Back to the Future is just a charming teen comedy. Shut the fuck up, you boring wanker. And I'm like, you're right. Where Star Trek, on the other hand, so the Orville, based my point being, when the Orville switches from comedy to proper sci-fi, not science fantasy, science fiction, dare I say it, hard science fiction, then we want to be, well, we keep going back to it. Think, McFarlane, think. You screwed up the time travel with your one changing timeline. Oh, the sensors changed. No, they didn't. You're in timeline A. You ain't changing nothing.
well, the thing. Well, again, I keep saying, when it comes to
Keep
this
saying
show,
it, people. Pay attention.
as I keep saying, what I wanted from this show, what I hoped for was a fun space adventure. But most of the last few episodes have just been the crew barely do anything. They just sit around or stand around talking about their feelings, and that's like, so means that's just soap opera in space. That's super boring.
If I want that, I'll watch an episode of Falcon Crest. Thanks very much for asking.
And then there's shit like what happened in episode 4 with the Krill. I was like that was okay. The political stuff in that was just too far on the nose.
Oh, were they getting into specific modern US left wing, right wing politics by any chance? I'm just guessing, having not seen it.
I think that's what they were doing. Yeah.
See, there's always a rule to be found here, and for me, Dalek, see, I like metaphor, but I fucking hate allegory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah, there was nothing subtle about what they were doing in that episode. It was
allegory bad, metaphor good, people. Allegory bad. It was just an allegory for something specific. Boring.
Well, it was. Well, not just boring. It was cringy. It was anger inducing.
Not just boring. I wish it was only just boring.
If it was just boring, I would
only. They could aspire to only just boring. We used to dream of only just boring, but now look. I mean, Spock's brain might be a bit wacko, but that's not even boring, let alone offensive, or as you say, anger. Is that where it's got to? This show that's meant to delight you, that you spend your time, energy, money on.
But this
induces anger.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't. It seems like I'm in the minority with this, but yes, it induces anger, not just boredom.
Listen here, McFarlane. If I want to pay money to become angry, I'll get a return ticket on British Rail or Virgin Air. You know what I'm talking about. Or British Airways. Or Virgin Rail. Actually,
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because British Rail sucks.
Yeah, you should drive Virgin Rail. Suck harder. Because you meant just a Piccadilly in 15 hours or less. Try going backwards. That's slow. Good work, Brett. Think, Branson. Think.
I mean, you live in the. I mean, I actually live in Britain. That's a problem that affects me on every day.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say one thing for Britain. At least you've got a rail. In New Zealand, we've got nothing. Just a dirt track and a good luck charm. That's it. At least you've got a rail network.
Yeah.
Anyway,
which I miss.
We're getting off the track. Off the track. But that's the thing, McFarlane. He's derailed the Orville, keeping it on point. All right.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. That's what Seth's done. He's derailed the Orville.
Pop culture's got a good point. Old Star Trek, yeah, because I generally draw the line at Enterprise. After anything after that is the filth, as Jill says. But then within that, there was a time where TNG was the bright, shining new present, and indeed Voyager was an undiscovered future, and only TOS was the past. So you're right, I'm old school. I remember when TNG was new. So yeah, old
Well,
means
well,
TOS. But then
yeah,
Enterprise was the last one before the filth, but then canonically it's the earliest one because it's a prequel, like Temple of Doom.
yeah. Well, to answer your question, pop culture, when I say old Star Trek, yeah, in my case, I kind of do mean the Next Generation because back then, because back in the day, that was my Star Trek. That was my first Star Trek, not the original series.
Yeah, because you're a youngster. You're a young Dalek.
I mean,
You're a Dalek toddler compared
I
to
haven't
me.
even, I've not even seen, I still haven't even seen all of the original series yet.
What? Get out! Get off my channel! Get out!
It's my, it's my channel.
Oh, it's always with the technicalities, you barracks lawyer. You've never seen the entirety of the TOS. Is that the same mouth you talk to anti-derivative Jill with? You've never seen Spock's bright. Tell me you've seen Mirror, Mirror, and City on the Edge of Forever.
Yes, I've seen Mirror, Mirror, and City on the Edge of Forever. Yes.
Oh, by the gods of Kolzar, you'll be avenged. Yeah. Thank heavens for small mercies. Thank Vulcan. Praise Romulus. Praise Remus.
I've seen a few. Look, I definitely haven't seen every.
Oh, hang on. Talk amongst yourself. I've got to attend to a teenager. Listen to Dalek, folks. He's telling you something.
All right. Well, while the captain's busy, it's like, yeah, Orville was like TNG, not TOS. I kind of agree. I can definitely agree with that, pop culture, because I don't think because like I think we can all agree there's nothing like the original series, nothing at all. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's definitely how I feel. The first two seasons of the Orville, especially season 1, was like TNG was like the Next Generation of Star Trek. But with more comedy, and that's why I enjoyed it. And then we got into season 2, where we had the whole building and looming threat with the Kalon, and that got really intense. That for me was Identity Part 1 and 2. Oh my god, those episodes were fantastic.
And we're back. Identity Parts 1 and 2. Was that season 1, 2, or 3?
Season 2.
Okay, so yeah, I think as per what Jill said, sounds like season 1 and 2 is a separate beast from season 3. But then I don't need if I want a space comedy, I've got 8-10 seasons of Red Dwarf plus the much underrated Hyperdrive. So quite frankly, when I'm in the mood for science fiction comedy, I'm done. I'm full. I don't need any more. Because I don't need the Orville. I've got too much science fiction comedy as it is. In fact, that's my message to that. Hyperdrive.
I'm glad you mentioned Red Dwarf.
Oh, good. Can you pop that in as well, please? Sweet. All right. Sure. Thank you. Oh, hang on. One more. Good lads. I'll tell you what. Teenagers are really handy for carrying things. They're really take this, put there. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I would say
He's a good lad.
I'm glad you said Red Dwarf because
Thank you.
because let me say I freaking love Red Dwarf. It is just one of the best comedies ever made. Never mind space comedy. It is one of the best comedies ever made. Period.
Yep. Any category, any genre. Quite right. Any time frame, any BBC. Smeeg! Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast.
Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. You total smeghead.
So good.
Fucking
In
love it.
fact, that's along with Blake Seven, Red Dwarf due for another rewatch, I think.
Fedora the Horrible says, and welcome, Fedora the Horrible. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome.
Oh,
It
nice.
says,
We like newbies. Fedorable the Horrible. That's quite a name. Nice
Fedorable the
cat.
Horrible. Nice cat. Love that. And watching the Orville was about as
Thank you.
enjoyable as wiping with a cheese grater.
Oh, that's not good. That's
Oh,
definitely not
that's a
great, is
low
it?
blow. That is a
Oh, you don't
low
want to be doing
blow.
that. Oh, that's going to trigger your piles, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, you don't want to be thinking about that too much. Ouch. Oh, I won't be doing that in a hurry.
Come on. Okay, all right. So, I've had you. Okay, Captain, I've had you in the here on as my guest for a good bit of time now. Nothing apart from a little bit of glitchiness. It's still StreamYard seems to be handling it fine. Maybe I should open the door and let other people in.
Yeah, get some real guests on. Good idea.
Oh come! Don't! Oh come on! Don't.
Yeah, do it. Get pop culture on. I think Jill's busy, but yeah, get them on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I
think
don't
about
think.
what pop culture
Yeah,
said. See, everyone should be allowed an opinion. No one should ever be dissed for an opinion. If I've ever dissed someone for an opinion, I take it back. Opinions are just that. If it's a bad opinion, it's still an opinion. Can't have a wrong opinion by definition. Now, facts. I'll debate facts all day long. But yeah, I thought about what pop culture said. Everyone should be allowed to express their opinion. That's freedom of speech. And I like the opinion. You
indeed.
can disagree. You can debate the opinion, but you can't. Don't just shout a man or woman or anyone down for having an opinion. That's my opinion about opinions. That's a fact.
I could, and I can 100% agree.
Well, then your opinion, if your opinion aligns with my opinion, then let's call it a fact. In my opinion. Shit.
Oh dear! I just looked at the I just looked at the YouTube thing, and Captain, your avatar is missing.
No way. Well, bear with me as I leave and come back. Right, I'm just going to get in this DeLorean and time travel a minute into the future. Do bear with me.
It's showing on. Oh, he's gone. Right. Well. Anyway, while he's sorting that out, I'm just gonna post the link. I'm gonna post the link in the chat for everybody. Right there and pin it to the top of the chat. There we are. Okay. All right, Joe. Okay. Okay, the door's open, folks. Please feel free to come on in if you so wish. Maybe it's because of the laptop is so hot. Maybe that's what's causing it. Let's have a proper look at this. I missed a break. I just missed. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I was just checking on something else. So any so again, anyone out there who wants to come up and join us on the stream, again, feel free to do so. The link is in the chat. And I mean, pop culture curator, you still watching? I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Jill is watching. Don't know where the captain's gone. Must have no. He said about must have said about rebooting is rebooting something. So I'm sure he'll be back soon. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, you're driving. Oh, all right, Pop. I guess you can't. Guess that means you can't come on and join us. Well, never mind. Maybe next time, eh? Hmm. I wonder if he's already. Well, that stream is finished. Okay. Okay, folks, this is a bit awkward. I seem to have run out of things to say, which tends to happen for me once I reach a certain point in my life in these streams. I'm like, man, I'm not like the captain where he can just pick a subject and talk about it for over 2 hours. not of course I'm not bad mouthing him for that. That is a very good skill that he has. I wish I had his what's the way to put it? I wish I had his gift. I wish I had his gift of speech like he does. uh, I mean, is there anything else I can say about the Orville? I mean, is it even worth me going on about it anymore at this point? I've pretty much vented all my frustrations about about the latest episode, and that was the main purpose of doing this stream. So I'm not. So at this point, I'm not sure if I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep this going. I mean, I'm now approaching an hour. So so maybe in the next. I mean, if the captain comes back in the next 5 minutes, maybe I'll keep going until like an hour and a half, maybe. Hmm. Wonder if my brother's watching this. I mean, there's one. Come to think of it, there's one person. I put the links out to this stream on 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 my usual places, and I'd have thought that would have brought my good mate, I thought brought my friend Moises Mungia into it, into this stream, but I don't know if he's watching this. I don't know if if he got alerted about this stream. It'd be nice if he was here. Of course, I'm probably not going to get. I'm probably not going to get that many other guests tonight because most people will be watching the bigger channels since it is Friday night. I'm actually feeling quite. Excuse me. Well, anyway, folks, I'm actually feeling rather. I'm feeling rather thirsty, so I think I'm gonna have to drop. I don't want to step away from the stream, but I might have to for just a few minutes. Couple of minutes. I'll be back. All right. Excuse me, folks. I'm gonna have to step. I'm just gonna step away from the stream for a minute. I will be right back. Don't go away. And I'm back. sorry about the prolonged silence there. And I think just as I got back, I saw the captain had just popped back into the studio, and I was about to let him back into the stream, but he popped out again. Hey, captain, if you're still watching, please come back. Oh dear. Sorry about that. I think that was my stomach making that noise. Ooh. Well, again, folks, I think I've vented my I've said my case about the current state of the Orville, and which is the whole purpose of this stream, and I'm not quite sure how much longer I'm going to keep it going. If I if the captain, captain, if you're still watching, if you come back on in the next, perhaps the next 5 minutes, I'll keep this going for another half an hour. Welcome to welcome to welcome to the pouring of the sound of the sound of a drink being poured on Dalek 451. You got anyone out there got anything really nice to drink recently? I've got a because I've got a nice I've got a big bottle of my favorite cloudy lemonade here, which is what I'm now just drinking. Yeah, I know, cloudy lemonade, not the most out there thing to drink, is it? No. And sorry you can't help out. And hey, that's all right, Pop. Hmm. Hmm. What else can I? Well, welcome to sighing. Welcome to sighing on Dalek 451. Oh, oh, hello.
Hey,
Hey, Revan.
did you see the trailer that was released today?
For the next episode of the Orville.
No, for Ahsoka.
Oh. No, I have not.
Actually looks good. But how are you?
Well, I just a little better now that I've actually had the chance to properly get my thoughts out.
Goodyo. I've already given you it's okay if I don't talk about the Orville. I've literally done 2 streams about it.
No, that's perfectly fine. I think at this point I've probably said all I want to say about it.
Did you watch Rebels?
What, the animated series Rebels?
Yes.
Yes, I've watched Rebels.
In the Ahsoka show, it was confirmed by the trailer that we're getting the entire cast of Rebels live action.
The entire cast.
The entire cast, except for Kanan. We're getting the entire cast live action. We're getting what?
Well, Kanan's dead, so they can't have him on.
Yeah. Oh, and they've also cast Ezra.
Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they cast him right.
Hold on, want me to find the actor? Ezra Bridger live action. In your mind, what does he look like?
He's a young guy. I think he's about 5 foot something tall. He has he's young. He has this very.
Oh,
I mean,
there's
when I
a
last
few year time skip.
when I last saw him, he had this really his hair. He had this dark bluish purple hair, and when he last it was really slicked back, and he was
Okay, I'm not.
and he was.
Yeah. So there's Ezra's been gone for a few years, right? There's no Ezra costume as yet, but here's what the actor looks like. Also, there's a little surprise actor in there as well. Okay.
All right, let's have a look at this. You sent it. Oh, you sent it to me for Twitter. I thought you were gonna share it on StreamYard.
Oh, I can still do that. Here, I'll share it. Share window. Share Chrome tab. Now I'm sharing the screen.
All right, let's have a. That's who they've chosen as Ezra.
Yeah, the dude's bulking up as well.
Look. Well, it's he does kind of. I suppose he does resemble Ezra a bit.
It's also there's going to be a few years difference between Rebels and this. Right? Oh, and you see the second actor, look who he's playing.
He's playing Thrawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, oh yeah. Now, well, just looking at him, I can see it. Yeah, he definitely does look like Thrawn.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing screen. They have also cast the female Mandalorian. What's her name?
Oh, you mean what was
Sabine?
Sabine, yeah.
Okay.
And what about the Twi'lek? What was the pilot of the Ghost? What was her name again?
Yeah, give me 1 second now. Oh my Christ. I'm in love. Okay. So this is. There she is.
Wow. She's gonna be playing Sabine?
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta say she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Very much so. Me likey. Okay, hold on.
Wow, this one. How'd you like this? A Disney Star Wars series I might actually want to watch now.
Oh, we're going to see a flashback to Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, look. Moises!
Hey there!
Oh, I thought you weren't going to show up.
Well, luckily I did drop by. I did drop by to this stream after finished watching Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Sorry about that.
You actually put yourself through that.
Yes, and that includes Jurassic World.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you, Moises. I feel sorry for you.
It's okay because when I watched Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, I knew what kind of direction this franchise is heading with these idiots in charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And what's even more worse than dinosaurs running around civilization? Well, corporate greed running around in our entertainment space.
You got that right. Don't know what's happened to the don't know what's happened to the captain. I thought he was gonna come back because I don't know if you were watching earlier, Moises. I went away for just a couple of minutes, and when I came back, just as I was about to sit down and rejoin the stream, I saw the captain pop back in again, and just as I was about to let him in, he disappeared. So I don't know what. So I have no idea what's happened there.
Well, your guess is good as mine. I was actually watching Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom while he's in. Well, guess tomorrow I'm gonna watch Jurassic World Dominion.
Don't you? Oh Christ!
Don't subject yourself to that, Moises. For the love of God.
I know, but I have a Chris Pratt with me, and also the motherfucking T-Rex. Yep, the only two figures that can help me guide through this shit of a movie: Chris Pratt and the motherfucking T-Rex.
It's the motherfucking T-Rex. Both critic and James knew acknowledged the T-Rex's true name. Yeah. Oh my! Have you ever heard the full version of that? You know, that little song they play whenever the T-Rex came on in those videos. Oh, the fucking T-Rex!
Yeah, I think I actually hear a few versions of that while watching the Nostalgia Critics video on Jurassic Park, but I never even listened to the full. But I did not listen to the full song.
Well, trust me, there is a full version of the song, and I recommend you go listen to it because it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
Hey, Dalek, I'm going to share something for a few seconds.
Okay, what have we got here?
Okay, this is there's the costume for her.
Wait a second. Is this this is the trailer? This is the one that's get me copyright struck or something?
No, I'm showing you this. I'm not playing it. I'm showing you this. That's all we've seen of her. That's her.
What? On the
left.
I see her. Yeah, with her the hair, the things on the back of her head. Yeah. So that's
yeah.
Oh, I wish I could remember
Hera.
her name. Hera.
That's Hera.
She was awesome, Hera.
Yeah, she's coming back.
I really liked Hera.
Also, it looks like that the Mandalorian is going to be Mandalore. Because apparently in the trailer where they were talking about like season 3, they heard a voice going, Mandalore? Like to him, they looked at him and apparently someone calls him Mandalore.
Wait. The Mandalorian is going to be called Mandalore?
Do you know? Dalek, do you actually know what that means?
Well,
That's a title.
I do know what Mandalore means.
Yeah?
Look, man, I'm not a...
Mandalore is actually the planet. Is actually the planet.
No, the ruler of the Mandalorian people is called Mandalore. He's going to be the right. Yeah,
he's going to be the ruler of the Mandalorians.
Yeah, he has the spear and the saber.
Well, yeah. Now there's a question that I actually have. I mean, like the question is, how did Sabrine Wren lost the dark saber, even though we saw the dark saber in in The Mandalorian. I mean, like, how did Sabrina Wren lose that?
We don't know.
That's actually a good question. We never found out what actually happened to the dark saber after the end of Rebels.
Yeah.
But I doubt Disney and Darth Kennedy ain't going to provide us the information what happens.
They've become good at that by explaining in comics.
Oh, typical.
Me had no time reading comics.
Look, I didn't. Look, I get. Look, okay. You may have reignited my inter. What? Who's echoing?
Not me.
It must be you, Moses.
Sorry about that.
Okay, as I was saying,
Yeah.
you may have reignited my interest in Star Wars just a tad. But I was burned out on Star Wars after Book of Boba Fett. I was just done.
I know.
Same with you.
I didn't bother giving Kenobi the time of day.
I know. I haven't seen Kenobi either.
I refuse to watch that show.
But and then I'm just I'll give it, and then I see that Disney is trying to churn out all these other a million other Star Wars shows. I was like, oh, give it a rest. I mean, until you told me about this Ahsoka show, the only thing that about upcoming Disney Star Wars stuff that kind of piqued my interest was season 2 of The Bad Batch.
I know something else that would have piqued your interest. A brand new KOTOR game.
A brand new what?
They're bringing their brand new KOTOR game.
Yes, I heard of it.
But Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Right.
Completely canon and everything like this. They're bringing it out. They're currently working on it. And to all the rumors, Revan is not a girl. Revan is in fact a man.
Revan. How is that where the name Revan comes from?
Darth Revan?
Yeah.
Or Potato Revan?
Darth Revan.
Yeah, either that or Potato Revan.
my friend gave me the name Potato Revan. Revan's my favorite character.
Yo, your favorite Sith Lord?
Yeah. Like his entire backstory is like what?
Look, I wouldn't really know all this stuff because I'm not a diehard fan of Star Wars. I'm more of a casual fan.
Well,
basically, Revan's ancient, like thousands upon thousands of years old. He was a Jedi. He then fell to the dark side, and he got tortured and frozen, and he missed out on 300 years of his family's life, and his bloodline is some of the strongest Force users that there was.
Wow. Potato Revan, I gotta admit, I did not know that, because when I tried to tip my on Knights of the Old Republic, I actually quit playing because of the old mechanics, but I actually know little about Darth Revan.
Darth Revan, when he died, his soul was in such turmoil that split into two. One became good, one became one with the Force and became a Force ghost, and one became a Lich, right? And Like, it was just an embodiment of pure dark side energy. And then it was the plotline of a DLC of the Star Wars MMO. Then at the end of it, Revan's good side shows up and convinces the dark side version of himself to just give up. Both sides become united, become the proper Revan, and he joins back with the Force.
Well, what do you make of this, Dow?
That's quite wow. That's quite that's quite a heavy piece of lore.
There's actually a lot more to this Sith Lord.
Yeah. There was one time where he got into a fight, and when he found out that he believed his wife died, the rage was so furious that when he went to use Force Lightning, it created a planet-wide storm.
Whoa! Try to create a planet world storm because his wife died.
Yes.
He's really that powerful.
That was a one-time thing. That was just pure rage.
Holy crap!
Sounds like Darth Vader and steroids.
Well, the game mechanic. Remember, in games, characters' powers are always pushed up for like coolness effects. Just remember that. Also, Malik was threatening him, and when the two of them were fighting, so to teach Malik a lesson to not talk back to him, he slapped him in the face with his lightsaber, cutting off Malik's jaw and tongue, which resulted in Malik needing to wear a metal mouthpiece for the rest of his life.
That explains it.
That is.
To say this, Darth Malik is one interesting character. I did not know the mouthpiece was actually used to cover his lightsaber scar.
Scar. Oh, hold on. Scar.
So he kind of cool when I saw him in in-game arts.
Hey, Dalek, share my screen.
Whoa. So
that's Malik, Revan's best friend from when they were both Jedis.
Wow, I can see a scar.
Yeah, and when he tried to kill Revan and was mocking him, to teach him a lesson, Revan cut his jaw off.
Holy shit!
Yep, that's gotta be painful.
Like, there's Revan. Revan's wearing. He was part of the Mandalorian Wars, and he killed a pregnant Mandalorian. And as atonement for her, he picked her mask up and put it on, and vowed to never take it off. And that's where his mask comes from.
Huh?
Wow.
So he just killed. Got the mask by killing a pregnant Mandalorian.
Yeah, and felt so bad for it.
Yeah, I guess he just felt bad killing the children too.
Oh no, later on he used a weapon called the Starch Forge to blow up an entire planet of Jedi.
Well then, guess. Well then, I got to say.
Hey, guys. I'm thinking that once I hit 1 hour 30, I'm gonna stop broadcasting.
It's 20 to 5. Sleep is important.
Yeah, sleep
I
disappointing.
mean, not that I'm not enjoying what you're, hearing what you're saying. All this, all this really cool, deep lore about from Star Wars. I knew nothing about.
There was a point where he grabbed another person, uh, who basically he fell in love with this girl, right after being frozen, and she was the only thing that he loved, and he could feel the light beginning to burn inside of him again, right? And another Sith, I forget his name, killed her. So he walked over, he grabbed the Sith, held on to him, stuck his fingers into this guy's neck, and used force lightning, and just stood there and watched as he disintegrated.
Wow.
And then when he went, he put his hands together doing the force lightning, tried to kill himself, but it wouldn't work. The force lightning wouldn't touch him. So he just stopped using it and went about his day. The Jedi also captured him, wiped his brain, made him into a Jedi again. Then he remembered being the dark side, said fuck the Jedi, fuck the Sith, and decided I'm going to kill both. And he did.
Holy shit.
So he's a part of the dark side until the Jedi just mind wipe his brain, and now he becomes a Jedi. But when he remembers,
essentially, what the dark side actually is all your sadness, your anger, and everything like this. It's fueled by hatred. Question is, if you can't remember why you hate, you're not in the dark side anymore.
Yeah.
So to actually be part of the dark side, you actually need a reason to be so angry, to be so hateful that you turn to the dark side.
Yes. The dark side is a corruption. Like, say for talk's sake, you're a Jedi. You found out that I killed your family. You then turn to the dark side, right?
Right.
Because of your hate, your mourning, and everything like this. I then grab you. I break your wrists. You drop your lightsaber. I grab your head and I erase your memory. Now you're lying on the ground. You don't remember even having a family. Okay?
Well,
why are you angry?
Well, that goes with Darth Vader.
Well, if I can't remember why I was angry, then why would I be angry?
Which means that the dark side will dissipate.
I mean, like, what's the point in all this? If you're angry about something, you actually don't know what it is.
Yeah. Also, the reason why Darth Vader was angry and powerful the whole time is Darth Vader's suit was ill-designed on purpose. It was pinching his skin, it was cutting his skin, it was pulling on his organs. It caused him horrendous amounts of pain all the time.
Agony.
So wait, are you seriously telling me the reason Darth Vader was so powerful and so ruthless all the time, it's so borderline unstoppable. Let's put it right.
Yes,
but Vader borderline unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying all of that is because of his suit, because of his armor.
No, it was also that was partially. It was also mental pain, but yes, it was because he was sad. He was angry
about the loss of his wife, the loss of his mother, and also the loss of his children.
He was mourning the Jedi. He was mourning what he'd done. He was mourning Anakin. There was actually in one of the comics when he actually became happy for a few minutes, his power went down, and because the Sith craved power, he couldn't have that. So he killed everyone there, and then he got sad again, and his power increased.
That kind of sounds like my dark side, OC.
Dalek, You know the rule of two. The way there's only like they said, there's always two masters, one to create power and one to hold it.
I've heard of that. The rule of two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard of the
Do
rule
you know
of
how?
two.
Do you want to know how extensive it is? Basically, if I am a Sith Lord and I decide to bring you in as a Sith Lord, I am basically training you to kill me. And if you can't kill me, I will kill you.
The old. Yeah, because there's the. Right. Yeah, because they can only ever be just one Sith Lord.
There's one master, one apprentice. There's only ever one master, one to hold power and one to crave it.
And once right, and when someone reaches the point of being a master, the other master has to die.
Oh, that's how you become a master, by killing your master.
You become a master by killing by killing your own master, right?
Yes, and then you go and get an apprentice who's going to be stronger than you, which means that the dark side's always getting stronger.
And then the cycle continues.
Yeah.
Well, on that logic, it sounds like being a Jedi kind of sucks over being a Sith.
The whole thing of being a Sith is to be immortal. The Sith can never be immortal because to be Sith is to be complete and utter greed, whilst to be a Jedi is to be selfless. And to become immortal, you need to be selfless. The Sith can never become immortal.
Oh.
And
Okay. So there's upsides and downsides to both sides of the Force.
Yes. In Rebels, there's other groups who use the Force in different ways. Palpatine killed each and every one of them.
well, there's the Inquisitors.
The Inquisitors are actually there because of Vader.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they serve directly under Vader, don't they?
Technically, yes, but their secret purpose was if Palpatine was threatened by Vader, the Inquisitors would kill Vader. And if they couldn't, the Black Shadow Guards, who were all, the Red Guards from the original movies.
Yes, the Red Guards.
There's black versions with red visors, who are all ex-Jedi masters, and they're like trained up like dark level Darksiders who just don't have the title, and they're all there in case Vader decides to kill Palpatine.
So they're real. So the real purpose of the Inquisitors is to kill Vader if he chooses to kill Palpatine.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of an overthrow.
Oh, Palpatine's whole thing is if he died, there was no more Empire. He is the Empire.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but also when he died when he died on The Last Jedi, there is no Empire.
There is no Last Jedi. That was a nightmare.
I mean, Return of the Jedi. I got these things mixed up. Stop.
In Return of the Jedi, the Empire fell apart. Actually, what happened was a load of Moffs started breaking the Empire up. I'm the Emperor, I'm the Emperor, I'm the Emperor. But there's somebody out there who's actually holding onto power, who's the Imperial Remnant's head, which is why in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and things like that, there's the Imperial Remnant.
Yeah, and I could say that it. Well, I could say that, and I could just say that I'm hoping it's Admiral Thrawn holding the Empire together.
No, Admiral Tron is in the unknown reaches.
All right.
You want to
Okay,
end it?
okay, I've got.
What?
Okay, this is a really interesting conversation, but I think we've gone. Well, I've gone over the time I said now,
Yeah.
so it's.
Yeah, and my battery's low.
Well, okay, so all right, so there's that as well. So you go. So you need to go, Moses. don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright,
need to
and
turn
you
on
you
turn on the
you
fan.
yeah you need to go. But Revan's tired. It's so yeah, and I said I said I was going to end this stream 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Question,
yeah,
Reverend, do you have a Discord?
I do for my YouTube channel. You want a link?
Oh yes.
Okay.
right. Well, I'm just gonna. Right. Well, you're sorting that out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
wrap this up. All right. Well, this has been a good. This has been quite an interesting, a good stream. I think I've fulfilled the this stream has fulfilled the purpose I had for it, and so I think it's now run its course. It's time to wrap things up. So again, to thank you to everyone who in the chat. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Pop Culture Curator, and thank you for the first time. Thank you for the first time, Adorable the Horrible. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, and thank you. And thank you to everyone who came on the panel. Well, even though there weren't that many, Captain Courtney Spark, Revan, and Moises.
I'd like to thank you for coming on my panel. Even though I know you didn't enjoy it, I'd still like to thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of the reason I started this stream. Anyway, I think I've said the thank yous, so I think it's now time to try this. So again, thank you everybody. This has been definitely a better stream than my last one. I'm hoping to soon to make another attempt at my tribute to Kazuki Takahashi again, which so keep an out for that soon. And I was, but for now, this. From the surface of Skaro, this is Dalek 451 signing off. I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.